What's up, guys? Brendan from Market Makers making you a quick Bitcoin price action update so you can see what's going on. The fear index I saw is 15, so let's go over this real quick. I have us trading overall. Let me zoom this out some in the 1 hour time frame. I have us trading in a descending triangle, which is a super bearish pattern coming from Forex. You guys know this in the Discord for other people. Descending triangle. It has a descending angle for the top and a base that's flat. Okay, it's a very bearish pattern. I line the base up here based on where the support level is essentially for the bulk of these candles. Okay, so that's the pattern that I came up with. Others have different patterns. Other people are showing a descending wedge here, which you fall down from and you stand up, which makes it a bullish pattern. I don't see this as a bullish pattern, and I'm going to show you that with some different indicators. Okay, so this is my descending top here, beginning up here at the recent swing high on June 29th. And you can see the top going down. Okay, so you can see here, this is the volume indicator you guys see me use all the time. And red essentially is resistance to the price rise, the median line here. And then when you get above the price or above the red, you can see that it doesn't stay up for very long, right? It comes up, it comes down, it comes up, comes down. This blue line intersecting, you guys are very familiar with from my videos, if those of you that watch my videos, that is the 200, which is the reigning champ in the 4 hour time frame, which cut weight and is now in the 1 hour time frame, wreaking havoc. Okay, I've made several videos on this, not going to beat it up, but this is your market top and now in the 1 hour time frame, because every time you combat it, you lose to it every single time. Even when you get above it with a whale needle, like right here, you make a shape, head and shoulders, and you get destroyed. Again, you test it here, you get destroyed. You test it here, you fall down. You test it here, and look at that, 11,500 points, right? So you test it over and over again. You get above it with whale pumps. It doesn't hold it. These are the FOMO pumps to get the 200K Bitcoin people buying in. Oh, 34K, what a great place to buy coins. Yeah, sorry, but it's not, because now we're way down here and now we're at 31. And I still hear people saying that we're bouncing here. Let's just look and see if that's accurate, right? Because I'm always open to new interpretations of data. I always want to see, let me erase some of this stuff, guys. I make messy charts. I always want to see if my data looks correct and stands up to scrutiny, right? So let's look at some different indicators. So this, again, is volume. Volume clearly shows a carnival slip and slide going down. I mean, look at this slope. Look at the slope here. So even if you have Bitcoin uptick here, look, Bitcoin's gearing up for a major move. That's why we're going over this, because you can see it's gearing up for a move. It's either going to bounce up or come down. What we're trying to determine is what it's going to do. So let's look at some different indicators, right? So let me take the volume off. I have my GAN on. Let's look at the guppy. This is an EMA band. This is a 1 hour time frame, right? So blue is selling, green is buying. You can see the big buy trend here. This is our recent swing high of like 36K, right? You zoom out, I mean, it's just all selling, as you guys know. I mean, you know what happens over here, right? It's just all selling. So this is our recent trend. And to me, it still just looks like waves, guys. This literally looks like a wave down. That's all you're doing, is you're waving down. And this is a steep drop here, okay? And then when you look at this, you look at your highs, you have your beginning high here in the trend where I started this, right? Then you have your lower high. You have your lower highs. And you have your lower highs. And you have your lower highs. You just see it going down, right? So yes, we dropped and we came back up, but again, you're not defeating where you fell from, essentially, over and over again. And this is that drop. That's the more concerning drop right there. And you see this. So that's the guppy. Anything else on here to show you? That's the volume. I want to zoom in on this pennant right here so you can see what I drew here. So like I said, a lot of guys are drawing wedges, saying we're expecting a bounce. So this is what I drew, right? I have a continuation pennant. Another thing you can do, guys, is look at trend. You can easily just change your candles to Heikinashi. Heikinashi shows candles trends much better than traditional candles. It does this because Heikinashi candles take information from the previous candles, so you get less fake outs. Okay, that's how it determines it. Whereas individual traditional candles, each candle standing alone is the actual indicator right? So for making shapes and whatnot, you want to use individual candles. Heikinashi doesn't show shapes as clear, but it shows trend very clearly. You see the selling, a little bit of buying, you see the selling, a little bit of buying, and you see the selling. And so that brings us to where we are, right? So that's another way you can verify where you're actually at in the grand scheme of things. Let me erase some of this. Okay, so if we zoom into the actual pennant top, let's go to my other chart. This one's too messy. Here's the 1 hour time frame right here. If you zoom in, you can see how I drew this pennant. This is a continuation pennant within the larger descending triangle pennant. I have the GAN fan on. I'm going to show you some different ways to look at this. Let me turn that off for clarity. Turn it off. Turn off the support levels. All right. Guys, I'm always doing research for you in our Discord, so you have to excuse all my drawings. I tell you this all the time. I mean to clean this up, but this was an emergency broadcast video. I have friends and family over, we're cooking out, so I just want to get this done really quick. There. I have OCD. I don't like to look at a bunch of different things. So this is the pennant that I drew. Now I drew this pennant prior to these candles forming, okay? And so what you always do is confluence of indicators, right? So you're looking for confirmation with various indicators either showing momentum, resistance, support, whatever you're looking for. Drew this pennant, that's the shape I went with. That's the shape I feel that we're in inside a descending triangle, right? And then look at the hits. So right now we're falling down, and this is brought to confluence here with Ichi. Ichi says this has nothing to do with the pennant. This has nothing to do with the 200. This has to do with what? You're in a resistance cloud. That's why you're falling out. So that's what Ichi says. And then you look at the GAN fan. GAN fan, you have hard resistance, this red dotted line, and what are the candles wicking? That hard resistance coming through here, you're not able to get above that range, which again coincides with Ichi, which coincides with my pennant. Guys, all the indicators that I'm showing you, volume, GAN, resistance, support levels, everything shows this going down, okay? I don't see the bounce. If you did have a bounce, just keep in mind, right? If you did have a bounce, I think I have the 200 on my other chart here. If you did have a bounce, yeah, I do. This is what you'd be looking at on a bounce. People say, yeah, we could bounce up from here because of the monthly or weekly or whatever they're looking at, right? I've told you many times I don't look at the past indicators that much because I trade in trend. But if you had a bounce, it would look something like this. Price is right here. Okay, you see it? It's actually falling through 31.6 as we're talking. It's going to come down to the bottom of the pennant. So that's where the price is. If you had a bounce, it would look like this. If you were able to come back up to the 31.6 and come up, you'd be coming up here. You have the 32.5 hard resistance. But what's this right here? Again, that's the 200, guys. The 200 that murdered us earlier on over the last month. From the 4 hour, again, 0-12, 0-14 against it, back to April 17th, to now the 1 hour, losing against it every time in June. This is just going to kill us. So that would be your market top. Your best case scenario, you're not going much above 32.5, 32.6. As that descends, that's your market top. The 200 is the market top. Again, nobody in Discord, nobody in YouTube is tracking the 200 like we are in our group. That's your market top. So all the indicators show me that we're going down. The question is, where are we going to? If we fall out of the descending triangle, right, this big descending triangle, it's actually not that big, that we're trading in trend. Let me go to the 4 hour time frame. I was totally not prepared for you guys today because I wasn't prepared, ready to do this video. So here's our descending triangle, right? Price is falling right now to the base of that pennant. You take your back end here, your wedge of your descending triangle, you take your base, you attach it to where you think you'll fall out of the base. I did that for you to save time. 24,796. I mean, amazing, right? What have I been saying since May? 20 to 25K Bitcoin, the confluence of indicators between shapes, between trend, between momentum, between volume are all pointing to a massive move of Bitcoin going down, not up. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about should I short or long. Keep that in mind when you're watching videos. Show me indicators that show that we're going up. Current trend indicators. If you want to show me things from a monthly, Keep in mind that is a monthly, that is a 30-day lagging indicator for a month. A weekly is a week-long lagging indicator. It does not show current trend. Okay, we are trading in trend. If you're not trading in trend, you're not making any money. Okay, because you're not buying and selling on these dips and bounces. So that's not how you trade in trend, is by looking at weekly and monthly. It's just a different system. There's nothing wrong with it. Doesn't mean it's invalid. This is how I trade, and all the indicators are showing me Bitcoin is going down. So guys, watch your money. Have fun with your friends and family this weekend. Hope you enjoyed the quick video. Oh, one more thing. Some of us have shorts on Engine Coin. Including myself. So I wanted to share this with you because you guys saw my entry point. You guys saw where I bought this at. I posted the trade in our Discord. And where's Engine right now? Engine's at $1.1795. So I told everybody to buy it as close as you could to the range high of $1.21. So you guys are all in the money. And again, look at your take profits. I'm not going to go over it in the video because that's paid content to come join our Discord. But look at your take profits, but you're all in the money. This looks like Engine Coin's the same, trending the same, by the way, in a descending triangle, which is going to break down. Super bearish pattern. It's going to break down. And so just check our Discord for the updates of that. But everything with Engine Coin's looking great, guys. Bitcoin's looking great for a descent. Everything's pointing down. So outside of whale pumps, it's going down. Let's harpoon the whales. Let's make some money. Have a good weekend, everybody. Look for an update soon.